Have you ever heard the name Genghis Khan? He's one of the world's most legendary warlords, a leader whose story changed the course of history forever. From humble beginnings, Genghis Khan became the powerful founder of the Mongol Empire, a superpower with battles raging across Asia and deep into Europe and China. Today, on Bright Up Shorts, we'll reveal the true story behind the man, the legend, and his huge army, how his family, his dreams, and even his friends and enemies shaped world history. Stay tuned and don't forget to hit subscribe for more real legends from the past. The story begins in ancient Mongolia, more than 850 years ago, when a baby named Temujin was born into a family called the Borjigin clan. Temujin's father, Yasuge, was the clan chief. The Borjigin were famous in the Mongol family tree and claimed lineage from great warriors like Kabul Khan, who had united Mongols before Temujin even existed. According to Mongol history, being born with a blood clot in your hand was a sign of greatness, a prophecy for a future commander. Temujin's family believed he would become an important leader, but fate had other plans. When Temujin was just 9 years old, his father, Yasuge, was poisoned by an enemy tribe during a peace meal. Temujin's whole family was abandoned by their people and forced to survive alone on the wild steppe. Life was tough. Temujin, his mother, and his siblings had to fight hunger, the cold, and wild animals just to stay alive. From a young age, Temujin learned that strength, clever thinking, and sticking together were the only ways to survive. He had to defend his family, sometimes even arguing and fighting with his own half-brother for food and leadership. In one huge moment, after a fight over hunting spoils, Temujin killed his half-brother to secure command. It was a shocking act, but it showed that the young Temujin was willing to do what it took to protect his lineage and family. This was the first step on his journey to become a great leader. At 16, Temujin married Borta, the woman he'd been promised to since he was a boy. Their marriage was a big deal for both love and politics. It helped to strengthen bonds between rival Mongol clans. When Borta was kidnapped by a rival tribe and given away, Temujin teamed up with powerful allies like his friend Jamuka and the chief Togrul. In a daring raid, they rescued Borta, proving Temujin's loyalty and bravery. This adventure also helped him build a reputation as a leader who valued friendship, alliances, and true partnership, a key part of Mongol and world history. But more hard times were ahead. When Temujin was about 20, he was captured by the Taichiut, former family allies. They enslaved him, locking him in wooden stocks. But Temujin's unbreakable will helped him survive. A guard, maybe remembering past kindness to Temujin's family, secretly freed him. After escaping, Temujin started to believe that the constant feuds and betrayals between Mongol tribes were wasting everyone's potential. He saw the need for true unity. Starting with just a small group of friends and brothers, Temujin slowly united the Mongol tribes. He welcomed anyone who wanted peace and order, not just the rich or powerful. Even people from other nations could find a place in his growing army if they proved loyal. Temujin's military skill and clever tactics made his followers trust him. He won tough battles against the Tatars, taking revenge for his father's death and punishing the guilty. Then he faced his former captors, the Taichiut. He was strict with tribe leaders but fair to others, showing the world that he could be both firm and forgiving. This made people join him from all parts of Mongolia. For the first time, old tribal rivalries began to fade. Word about Temujin's wins spread everywhere. Eventually, Mongol leaders called a big meeting, a Kurultai. There they chose Temujin as their supreme chief and gave him a new name, Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. He became a living legend and the true leader to unite all Mongol tribes, an achievement unmatched in ancient or even Roman Empire history. Genghis Khan built an incredible army, the heart of the Mongol Empire. His soldiers were expert horse riders, using both hands for bows and arrows while steering with their legs. Every warrior was trained to shoot, fight in hand-to-hand battle, and switch weapons fast. Legendary stories say they could ride all day and survive on little food. Some even drank horse milk and blood in emergencies. The Mongol army was also organized better than almost any other, even in Europe, China, or the Ottoman Empire. Genghis valued each rider's true skill. If you were brave and loyal, you could become a top commander, no matter your family tree. However, Genghis was more than a great warlord. He was a smart strategist and innovator. He built a vast network of spies, learned enemy secrets, and sometimes sent undercover agents to create confusion before attacks. He used fast messengers, torches, smoke signals, and drums to send battle orders, like an ancient version of texting. His armies had organized supplies, carts, cooks, doctors, and even record keepers cataloging the loot. Spiritual leaders, called shamans, cared for soldiers' morale and connected the army to the spirit world. With Mongolia united, Genghis set his sights on new lands. He first conquered Xizha in northwest China, then spent 20 years fighting the powerful Jin dynasty. The victories were hard-won, but brought wealth and huge territories to the Mongols. Westward, his armies thundered into Central Asia and the Middle East. When a Mongol trade caravan was killed in the Khwarezm dynasty, today's Iran and Uzbekistan, Genghis sent an army of 200,000 as payback, destroying cities, toppling the dynasty, and bringing the Mongol Empire as far as Eastern Europe. Genghis Khan's empire dwarfed the Roman Empire for speed of expansion. At its largest, it was the biggest continuous land empire in all of world history, beating even the legendary Roman and Ottoman empires. Once in charge, Genghis built a set of innovative laws called the Yasa. They banned family feuds, stealing, lying in court, and cruelty. He demanded respect for the land and made environmental care a rule, a true sign of thoughtful leadership. Promotion depended on merit, not birth or race. Anybody, even a farmer or a foreigner, could become a commander if they had the right skills. Genghis believed this would make his military and government stronger, a lesson today's world still uses. He protected religions of all kinds, allowing total freedom of belief within the Mongol realm. Priests and holy men didn't pay taxes, and people could live according to their faith without interference. Centuries ahead of European empires in this. Genghis even created a postal system, a Pony Express, linking his empire together with fast communication, connecting east and west like never before. In 1227, Genghis Khan died, possibly of injuries or old age. In classic Mongol style, his final resting place was kept totally secret. Legends say his funeral party killed anyone they crossed paths with, and even diverted a river over his grave. To this day, no one has ever discovered his tomb, making him not just a leader, but a legend wrapped in mystery. His sons and grandsons kept building the empire. Under them, the Mongols reached all the way to Russia, the Middle East, and the gates of Europe, where only the death of Genghis Khan's son Ogadai stopped the armies. This period, known as the Pax Mongolica, brought a peace and safety to Asia that allowed ideas, goods, and people to travel from Europe to China, making history's first global marketplace possible. The Mongol Empire split into several kingdoms after 100 years, but its impact changed the world forever. Genghis Khan was a real, true leader who broke barriers of birth, belief, and language, uniting millions under one banner. He remains one of history's most debated and studied people, a man whose family tree still has descendants in Asia and even in Europe today. His life shows us that even someone from nothing can become a legend if they refuse to give up. So, what do you think? Was Genghis Khan the greatest warlord and commander of all time? Would the world be different if the Mongol Empire had lasted as long as the Roman or Ottoman empires? Share your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Bright Up Shorts for more true history stories, real-world legends, and amazing tales from the past. See you in the next video.